When I just joined Google as a relatively new PM, this is back in 2008, for the first 3 years, I was overwhelmed and stressed. And then things changed when I discovered the ideas related to this LNO framework in a blog post. It had some ideas that I took and then kind of created this LNO framework on myself, which is essentially that, like, as a product manager or as anybody in a creative, high impact, high leverage role, all your tasks are not created equal. There are actually 3 types of tasks that you end up doing in such a role. So there are L tasks, which are leverage tasks. And the L tasks are such that when you put in a certain amount of effort, you get 10x or 100x in return in terms of impact. So those are L tasks, leverage tasks. Then there are neutral tasks. So that's N. Those are tasks where you basically get what you put in, or just a little more than that. So you put in 1x and you get 1.1x. Those are neutral tasks. And then there are overhead tasks where you get back, in terms of impact, you get back a lot less than you actually put in. And it turns out that many people who are ambitious or are perfectionists like myself, they by default treat each of these types of tasks the same way. And therein lies the problem. So this was the epiphany for me back at Google when I kind of discovered some of these ideas. And what I realized is that among the things in my to-do list, there are actually only very few L tasks. And so it made sense for me to focus a lot on those L tasks, to take on those L tasks when I was feeling most productive, most energetic during a certain time of the day. And for the L tasks, let my inner perfectionist shine, because I'm going to get so much more in return, right? It makes sense for me to spend that time on that PRD, for instance, related to an important feature that will meaningfully impact our revenue, right? I'm going to spend more time on that than I ordinarily would. So now where does that more time come from? Because it cannot come from just working more hours. Well, it comes from spending less time on N tasks and O tasks.
Thanks for listening. You can find the full episode on YouTube or head on over to lennyspodcast.com.